Almost 3 weeks later, we've arrived at our final country. We're exploring Scotland's two largest cities, Edinburgh and Glasgow. We'll enjoy touring a castle that originated in the 11th century, hiking the highest point of Edinburgh for an overlook of the city, and a scenic train ride to the town of Oban, located in the Scottish Highlands. We're Connor and Amelia. Welcome to Scotland. Hello from Edinburgh, Scotland. We arrived last night and we are here for 3 days. Whenever we got here yesterday, we were wiped from a travel day, so we ended up getting Thai food from this local restaurant right below the flat that we have rented. And today we are actually going to tour the Edinburgh Castle. You have to book these tickets pretty far in advance, and we actually planned ahead this time. So we have tickets and we're headed there now.
When we got here yesterday, we dropped our stuff in the flat and then started walking around just to stretch our legs because it was a 4-hour train ride. And the seats were semi-comfortable and it was really nice just being able to walk around. We stumbled across this park, which we are walking by now. And during this time, there is a festival called The Fringe. It goes for about 3 weeks long and is very famous here. People from all over Europe come to perform comedy shows, plays, sing, dance, kind of everything. And hopefully we're able to catch a show or something like that while we're here. But we got to see a little bit of a performance yesterday in the park. People were singing and dancing. It was very cute, very Scottish, and I absolutely loved it.
There are two main areas of downtown Edinburgh. One is called Newtown and one is called Old Town. We are staying more in the Newtown spot because honestly there were not that many options whenever we decided that this is where we were going to come after our cruise, and that's okay. The town is relatively small, so it's not that difficult to walk back and forth, but they definitely have very distinct character differences. Old Town looks, well, pretty old and very unique. Newtown is more kind of recently built and a little bit more focused on like commercial shopping, so not our favorite there, but we're staying like 2 streets back off of it, so we still get the nice little alleyways with local mom and pop stores and restaurants, and that part we enjoy. But we'll see. At the end of the trip, we'll decide which one we like better and where we would stay next time we come, or nowhere at all. Time will tell. We made it into the castle, and our plan here is to spend an hour or so walking around, reading and gathering as much information as we can. We didn't do a guided tour or like the audio guides or anything, so it's just Amelia and I on foot seeing what this place has to offer.
Got my little map from the front, and our first stop was just the Argyll Battery. It had a nice staircase to overlook the city of Edinburgh. It was gorgeous. I'm excited to explore more of the castle around here, but it is very busy today. It's a Wednesday, and I guess it's still summertime for some people around here, but I'm shocked how busy it is. Lots of guided tours, but we've got this. I think we'll be in good hands. Also on our little guide, this is the 1 o'clock gun, where the gun master every day at 1 o'clock fires it off. We're not gonna see it today because it is 10:40. Sorry guys, but we saw this sign, and since it is so busy, we're going to go walk the outer edge of the castle, and then we get to go up a spiral staircase on the other side, and then hopefully we can explore more of the inn, but I think that sounds really nice.
One thing about all of the stairs so far in Edinburgh, they're made out of some sort of stone, but the stone wears out over time. So the stairs, instead of being straight across all the time, they kind of dip in the middle. And I have pretty large feet. I wear a size 13 shoe, so whenever I go there and my heel comes all the way down, it's a very interesting feeling.
Okay, we just walked down the stairs and we found out why it is called the 1 o'clock gun. Back in the day, they used to fire the cannon at 1 o'clock because they read the, what did it say, the sun? Readings of the sun were taken at noon, so they would fire it at 1, and if you're a little bit further from the castle, you would accurately put your clock to that time so that everyone was on the same time zone in the area. It's very interesting. has a handle. Just what I pictured. We just finished the outside of the castle walk. Spiral staircase, everything I wanted it to be for a castle. Now we're gonna go back inside and explore it from the inside.
Snap uw plan zonder de minste.
Let us talk soon, sir. I have more news.
Been here for a little over an hour, and I think we've seen all of the castle that we can see today. Some of the areas are no filming and photography, so we couldn't take you in to see like the crowns and some of the jewels and stuff like that. But for the most part, we've seen it all.
We're leaving the castle now, and I do encourage it for you guys if you're on the fence about whether you should explore it. It was very pretty, very historical, and also very Scotland. It was about $30 a person, so not too bad. Most museums I feel like cost about that amount of price, but it is very busy. Keep that in mind, and also remember to buy them ahead of time. Coming from us, I know that means a lot, but I'm glad we bought them about probably a couple weeks ago, if not a month ago, thanks to our friend who suggested it. Now we are exploring Old Town. We're gonna walk around here, see some shops, and then get some lunch. We just walked through Grassmarket, which was historically known as a very public execution site and also a popular market back then. Now it just has a ton of stores and it has a few Harry Potter shops. One, it is also known for being basically a reference for her Diagon Alley in Harry Potter the movies and probably the book. There was a very long line for people to go into both stores, the other one being more of a wand shop. And then we also got some tea along the way because it is a little chillier today. It's very pretty out, lots of people. We're gonna keep exploring. We found gluten-free donuts. We're actually really surprised. We've only been here for what, maybe 24 hours, and the restaurants have everything marked gluten-free and are very gluten-free friendly. Pleasantly surprised. I'm gonna try Bite Bite. We got the maple pecan. Looks really good. That's pretty good.
Good move.
Mm-hmm. Good move.
We're gonna keep walking around Old Town, where we are, and then on our way back to our place, we'll show you a little bit of Old Town. No, New Town. I'll get it one of these days.
We just turned down this street and there's so much going on. People are handing out flyers, telling you about comedy shows. There's an artist over here. It's a little overwhelming. We are in Newtown and we just had a really pretty view of the Edinburgh Castle. And I forgot to mention this earlier, but the castle is actually built on Castle Rock, which the rock itself is a volcanic plug. I looked up to see how long ago the volcano was active, and it shows it hasn't been active since like 350 million years ago. So they definitely don't have to be worried about the castle disappearing anytime soon, but I thought that was a really cool fact.
I don't know if this time of a year during the Fringe Festival is an accurate representation of what Newtown versus Old Town feels like, but right now, Newtown is significantly quieter and way less people. So if that's what you're looking for, our recommendations would be to stay somewhere over here. We stayed a few streets off of it, so I believe that's north of Newtown, and it's perfect. We have a nice little alleyway, tons of restaurants, and it's a good spot. But if you're here for the festival and you want to be right in the middle of it all, Old Town's definitely a place to be. Good morning on day 2 here in Scotland. We are spending today doing another little walking tour, but today is around Dean Village, and then we are going to make our way over to Leith. Leith is more of a coastal Watertown, and it's probably a 2-mile walk from Newtown, Edinburgh. So we're gonna do some exploring over in that area, and this is kind of like a Swiss Dutch town over here. It's unique in the sense that it doesn't really match all of the buildings in Edinburgh, so excited to see what the buildings look like and if it's anything worth coming back to visit.
Dean Village area is adorable and extremely charming. If you're in Edinburgh, I highly suggest coming over here. There's not too much history about it that I could find online, other than they were very famous for being water mills, and these buildings are just built, you know, in the 1800s. It's so nice today to start the morning away from all of the crowds of Old Town and just start a little bit more peacefully along the river.
Dean Village is cute, but it is very small, so not going to take up much of your day. We're now walking the waterway to Leith, and this could actually take us all the way there, which it might. It's like 2.5 miles from Dean Village to like downtown Leith. I don't know if I'm saying it right, Leith. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments, but being in a very enclosed nature trail is a great feeling, especially after London and Edinburgh and all of the busy cities that we've been to. Getting back into some nature is always a nice change of pace. And the temperatures today are perfect. It's like mid-60s, so a light jacket, but it's warm in the sun, and just hopefully the start to another great day here.
Our food came out very fast. We ordered some nachos just because it sounded really good and a little American for us to order. And then we got some gluten-free fish and chips. We did not plan on getting these again since we left London, but if it's on the menu, we're gonna order it. Connor's already had a bite. I think it's pretty good.
That was a pretty good lunch at Tutster's Landing. Don't know if I'm saying that right at all, but now we're gonna go check out the shore, which is an area of Leith that people say to go walk around in, and then from there probably just get on the train and head back to Edinburgh.
Lunch was pretty good. It was a cute restaurant along the water, which is exactly what Connor and I were wanting, but the town itself, it doesn't really have that much to offer. We just wanted to go somewhere new and explore, and I'm glad we did it, but I wouldn't suggest it, nor would I come back. So we're on our way back to Edinburgh.
It is a cold final morning here in Edinburgh, so we are starting our day off with a hike just on the, I think the southeast side of town, called Arthur's Seat Trail. It shows that it's a cool overlook of the city, and once we get to the top of it, if we can get to the top, parts of it are closed right now. I guess there was a big fire here a couple weeks ago, but our hope is once we get to the top, that we get to see everything that we have explored over the last 2 days.
You can already see the water. It kind of seems like a free-for-all here. Also, excuse me, I am getting a little cold right now, so I sound a little bit different. But I thought a hike would be nice for our last morning here. But it does seem like a free-for-all. There are paths everywhere, so we just took one that seems to be the most direct, but also the most steep. And I also read that Arthur's Seat was once a volcano. So it seems like Edinburgh has quite a few volcanoes back in the day. So we're gonna explore another one today.
That being said, it'll probably be me doing most of the talking today, just because I'm gonna try to save her voice and her throat for our last 2 days. We're gonna make all of Scotland one video, so we'll have 3 days in Edinburgh, and then we go to Glasgow for 2 nights before flying back to Reykjavik, and then back to Michigan, ultimately. So our trip is coming to an end, but we still have 1 city left to explore. When we come back to Scotland next, at whatever point in the future, I don't think we'll come back to Edinburgh for a while, but we do want to go see Inverness and Isle of Skye. The northern part of Scotland seems to be beautiful, so if you have any recommendations in that area, please leave those in the comments below. That way we can add them to our list for, again, some point in the future. We've had a great time here. Lots of history, even though we didn't dive too far into it. But just the buildings and the architecture is just so different from anywhere in the States that no matter where you're going or what you're doing, it's all gonna be pretty. Crazy to think that we're now taller than the castle that we toured 2 days ago. That's kind of wild. It's definitely a cool overview of the city though.
We're on our way down now, and even though I am feeling just a little sick, that hike up made everything just feel a little bit better, opened my nose up and a little bit of my throat, but it was nice. It was nice to just sweat a little bit, get out in nature outside of the city, which you guys know, Connor and I love that, and just see something different in Edinburgh. I highly recommend this hike. You can take your time, and also there are so many different paths to take. There's easy routes, steep routes, whatever you're feeling that day.
This might be my favorite part of Edinburgh so far. If we could have done anything over again, it would be this right here. Maybe the best hidden gem in the city.
And maybe hike up to the actual volcano. Not today because I'm a little sick. Next time.
Good morning from Glasgow, Scotland. It is our last full day here, and we're pretty underwhelmed with the town. So instead of walking around here, we are going to take a train ride up to Oban. It's supposed to be a cool little town up on the west coast of Scotland. It's supposed to be a pretty train ride, but it's going to end up being all day on the train. So hopefully it's nice. We can't wait to show you the views.
Well, good morning, guys. Ooh, I haven't really spoken much today, but I'm still a little under the weather. I'm slowly feeling better every day. But it's supposed to be a beautiful train, which is even better for us because since we're feeling a little under the weather, we get to look at the views and not do too much activity. We looked this up, everyone raved about it, so I'm excited to see all the views.
Good morning.
Morning.
After a very easy and extremely pretty 3-hour train ride, we've made it here to Oban, Scotland. Since it is the seafood capital here, and Amelia and I do love oysters, we're gonna try to get some of those for lunch. We only have about 2 hours here before the next train back to Glasgow. Otherwise we get in late at night. So we're gonna walk the town and see what we can find to eat. Honestly, can't think of a better way to end our 3-week trip here than having some oysters and some mussels, the beautiful water view in this cute little town with my fiance.
Yummy. That was pretty good. We couldn't finish all of the mussels, but we killed the oysters. They were very large, but it was nice to have something from the sea right outside. Now we are going to go explore a little bit, see what this town has to offer. We have 2 hours here, and then we're back on the train.
We're now walking to a spot called McCaig's Tower, and this is an area just on top of the hill here in town and supposedly has a nice view of the surrounding area. This has been a great way to end our time overseas. We're excited for some clean Michigan air and to be back in the forests for a little bit, and the train ride through the trees and a small coastal town it's just getting us really ready for that.
May not have too much history, but it is very pretty. The view over the town is gorgeous, and it's exactly what Connor and I wanted, escaping the city of Glasgow and coming here. I think it was the right move.
I think this is the perfect end to our 3 weeks here overseas. If you guys have enjoyed this series of videos, please let us know. They haven't performed too well, so if you are still watching at the end of these videos, thank you very much for your support. And if you've been missing it, we will be back in Michigan looking for our next camper here very soon.
Woo! We're not sure what we're gonna get, but if you guys have any guesses, please leave them down below. Or if you have some that you have found online and want to send us some, we'd love to see it.
Thank you as always for watching. Hope you have a large day.
Bye, guys!